also. Okay, here we go. It begins. Where did my soundboard go? That's odd. Oh, because I didn't open it. All right, that's fine. Here it is. It begins in 3, 2, 1. Coming up on TMS, MacDonalds has some sweet secrets.
Snowpiercer is freaking weird.
Yeah, it is. 107 million spiders and counting.
White noise for your nose.
Ooh. Bale will not play Jobs after all.
Oh, Car Talk is morning today.
Oh, that does kind of suck. Fitness Geek.
Jury duty and more on this episode of The Morning Stream.
Now, coming on this stage in person is the most amazing mystery man of all time, Houston, and the original Houston's Hallucinations. Starring the girls with Hex Appeal, Joyce Harris, Kathy Bard, Sherry Winters, Cindy Curtis. Girls, girls, and more girls, dressed in the most daring designs Paris has to offer. And if you want mystery, witness the unbelievable Flight to Outer Space. See a girl without a middle, and the weird and unusual burning of a she-devil. See all this and more in Houston's Hallucinations, coming on this stage soon. Extra, extra, the first time on any American stage, see the talked-about girl in the topless swimsuit. It's sexational.
Done it deliberate.
The morning stream, 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 the morning stream.
The Morning Stream, based on the novel Push by Sapphire.
The morning stream, the morning stream, the morning stream.
Oh, hello, everybody, and welcome back to the morning stream. Hello.
Oh, hello.
Oh, it's Ipswich something.
Yes, there's Ipswich clams.
I never remember it, but you always do. In theaters now. What was that called?
It was a Running Scared,
Running
Billy
Scared.
Crystal and Gregory Hines. One of
Yeah.
my favorite movies to impersonate and quote for some
Yeah.
reason.
It was a big deal when we were younger.
Yeah, Joey Pants, man, with red rooster hair.
That's right. Me and my pal Bill. He and I were really into that movie to the point that we also quoted it all the time. I want to say it was right up there quote wise with like Bill Cosby records and what's the one? The Holy Grail, the Monty Python.
Oh yeah,
and the Holy
Monty
Grail.
Python and the Holy Grail. Yeah.
Yeah, you love that kid in class who wouldn't shut up about that. Just
Yes.
constantly doing it.
Nee.
Oh,
Yeah,
that kid. Just want to kill that kid.
Back in the corner, Billy.
Yeah, what are you doing, kid? All right, here we are. It's a show. We're going to do it. Thanks for being here. It's the morning stream for Tuesday, November 4th, 2014. I'm Scott. That's Brian.
Oh, hi.
8:05 a.m. Mountain Time Zone, the only time zone that matters. And we have brought to you a real smorgasbord. People call that anymore? Let's call it a buffet.
Smorgasbord of entertainment.
I hate that
There's a
word.
cornucopia,
Better.
a buffet.
All right, buffet. I like buffet. Buffett. Tony Buffett. What? Not even Tony.
What?
What's his name? Richie Buffett. What's the singer's
Warren-
name?
Warren Buffett? Oh, Jimmy Buffett.
Jimmy Buffett. That's it. He
Didn't
makes.
know which Buffett you were talking about,
So who's the one that Jimmy Dean makes the sausages and burritos?
right?
Jimmy
Jimmy Buffett plays
makes.
the songs about my last shaker of salt.
Got it. I'm good now. Don't need any more. Speaking of last shakers of salt, I brought a little something fun for you today.
Okay, all right.
You know how you go if you go to a. Do you still have In-N-Outs or not have In-N-Outs in Denver yet?
We've never had In-N-Outs in Denver. No, still, no, yet, no, never.
Okay.
No, nothing.
I think they're coming. I think you guys are. It's
Probably.
Just
I mean, they're in Utah,
Yeah,
right? So
yeah,
they
bunch
got to
of
be
them.
slowly making their way east.
I think that's how it's worked. They started in California and they just worked their way east. And
Sure.
if they've hit us, surely you must be next.
But I've been to them. I've been to them plenty.
Sure. Every time you go to Vegas, every time you come here, got to make a point of it. I
Right.
get it.
California.
So California, right? California is where we're headed this week. So
That's right.
I will not be getting one of those there.
I will
because
have an
I can get
In-N-Out
them here.
burger for you. 'Cause
Okay.
Tristan will demand an In-N-Out burger, and I know where you're going with this. He's going to demand the animal style.
Which is the thing you can do there, right? Because so they have these
That's
hidden hacks you can do at that place and others. You can say, I want the special whatever, and they have to know what it
Starbucks
is.
has the Captain Crunch Frappuccino. I mean, there's a thousand Frappuccinos at Starbucks that you can make with their various ingredients.
Yeah.
Just different combinations. Let me get strawberry toffee and a little bit of the water from the bottom of the underside of that coffee pot.
Right. It's like Einstein Brothers Bagels. You can actually request a horse testicle bagel sandwich, and they'll make it for you.
Really?
Yeah, it's really good. So
Thank you, Einstein.
turns out McDonald's has menu hacks that I didn't know about, and I'm going to share some of them here. Okay.
Okay.
So next time you're at a McDonald's, and it has been a long time for me, I cannot tell you the last time I was there, but if you ask for these, they have to give them to you, or that's the theory.
Really?
The McLand Sea and Air Burger.
Okay.
All right. This has.
Oh my God! Look at that thing.
It's a combination Big Mac, Filet-O-Fish, McChicken, all at the same time, and it's got French fries on the top, one bun, or no, three buns, I guess, because you got the middle. You got the middle.
Four buns, because there's definitely a bun. There's definitely two buns in the middle of there, like one just under the fillet of fish, and another one that looks like it has mustard and.
Because the one at the bottom looks like a layer of.
Paste.
It looks like a layer of unhappiness. Is what that looks like to me.
That's right.
Anyway, so,
It's the girl. It's the cheerleader at the bottom of the pyramid going, "Okay, all right, enough."
totally. So if you want the McLand Sea and Air Burger, now's your chance. They can give you that. You can also get a grilled cheese, which is just straight up a bun with cheese melted in it.
Oh, okay.
And they'll do it for you. It says here the classic soft McDonald's bun is combined with gooey cheddar cheese. I would argue that's not really cheese, but whatever.
I would argue that's not really a bun.
Nope. Ask
Did we
for
figure
the.
out that they put just as much salt in their bun as they do in their burgers.
Is
so
that true? Is it full
So
of
there's
sodium?
something crazy that they put in their buns to make them
Yeah.
to make you crave it for nightly, jackass.
Another movie we quoted a lot when we were growing up. Number 3, Poor Man's Big Mac. This is you want to save a little money, and these they're an expensive menu item, or at least by McDonald's standards. You can try the Poor Man's Big Mac. It's basically order a McDouble, but you omit the pickles and ketchup. Instead, ask for special sauce, onion, and lettuce. Now, basically, you have a mini Big Mac.
Why would you call that a little Mac?
Yeah, why not a Little Mac? Well, because they already have don't they have a Big Mac Jr. or something like that, or a?
Oh, not to my knowledge.
Maybe I'm thinking of the Whopper Jr. That might be.
That's
one.
probably it. Yeah, or a mini Mac or a small Mac.
Mm-hmm. A Mac SE Classic. Whatever.
That's right.
The cube. Can I get the
SE30?
cube?
Yeah.
For number 4, ice cream floats. This is the thing you can do. Who doesn't love one? It says here, me. I hate them. I cannot stand. Like root beer
Really?
floats, least favorite thing in the world.
Even root beer.
Yep. When I was a kid, if somebody handed me one of those, I could be at a party, enjoying myself, eating all the other things that are on display. Hand me a root beer float, and I'm immediately feel just nauseous. I just can't. I can't do it.
Because of the mixture of
think
dairy and.
I don't know if it's the dairy. I think because I ate ice cream like it was going out of style, and I drank root beer like it was going out of style. It's just
but when you put the two together, it's like mixing your Pepsi and your milk.
Yeah.
Like Laverne used to do. Kind of
yes, it's like a weird, not right, thickened liquid kind of
thing.
arrangement.
Oh, see, bring on the root beer floats, man. I'm all over it.
Bleh.
The only thing I care about root beer float is the weird semi-opaque foam.
Yeah.
You can see a little bit of it in that photo, but it's the semi-opaque foam if the root beer when you first pour the root beer on the ice cream.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't go away. You're like sitting there waiting to pour more root beer.
Yeah.
That thing doesn't go away. It's like perma foam.
Yeah, it's a byproduct of the combination of the two, and it never leaves, and would harden into a nice shell if you let it. It's awful.
That's right. Yeah.
It's awful. Anyway, you can. Here's what you do.
Okay.
You say this. You say for root beer float, you can order root beer and then ask for some vanilla ice cream to be added. They'll add it, so it's not like you have to do
Okay.
it. They'll put it in there.
Oh, that's cool. You just say, give me a root beer and add some ice cream to it.
Yeah, real simple.
Nice.
How about the Neapolitan milkshake? This is the one Homer would say, Marge, we're all out of strawberry or whatever. Who doesn't love Neapolitan ice cream? Ask the question. The classic flavors, chocolate, vanilla, and All right, here's what you do. You ask for Neapolitan milkshake, and they will blend it together, strawberry, chocolate, and vanilla ice cream. I'm going to put the word ice cream in quotes here. Ice
Right.
cream, because what
Right.
McDonald's makes, I swear to you, is not freaking ice cream.
Well, the big clue is that when it melts, it's still the same thickness as when it's frozen.
It looks like fake.
And normal ice cream doesn't do that, people.
It's like going to Spencer's and buying fake vomit. It creates like a fake rubber like thing when
Right.
you're done. It doesn't melt like ice cream's supposed to. There's no way that's real ice cream. Anyway, you can get that if you want. If you really hate yourself, you can do that. You can get the Pie McFlurry.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, next time you're craving dessert, don't make the choice between the two favorites of pie or a McFlurry. You ask them to put the pie blended in there, and they'll do it. It says if you're lucky, it'll be hot and fresh out of the oven.
Yeah.
I'd say those are like lottery number lucky. That'll happen.
Probably not fresh.
Yeah.
Maybe hot from under the heat lamps, but almost decidedly not fresh.
Yep. Here's hopefully some flesh in there as well, though.
Yeah, well, I'm getting distracted by the weird strappy Miley Cyrus photo up at the top of this page.
Yeah, what is that about? What are we doing there?
And
Free the
Rihanna.
nipples selfies are taking over the internet? Okay.
Yeah, I have no idea what that is.
Great. Free the nipples. The seasonal, how about this one? The Leprechaun, they call it.
Okay.
Seasonal shake only available in March. When March rolls around, stop by McDonald's for a McLeprechaun. It is mint chocolate shake. Let's see. How do you do that? So you normally get the Shamrock shake. They have that, right? That's a deal.
Right, and that's just mint. So basically you're just adding chocolate to it.
Yeah, chocolate now it's kind of
It's
dark.
like a thin mint shake.
Yeah, which isn't good. If you want the McChicken and waffles, you can do that. You just order those two things.
You certainly can. Look at that. Although it's kind of their pancake. It's more like chicken and pancakes.
Yeah. Now this next one will make you want to die.
But they don't offer those things at the same time.
No, they
right?
don't,
Once
no.
they stop with the breakfast stuff.
Yeah, that's the problem. I've never heard them say, "Yeah, we still have breakfast." They've never done that. They always say no. Like right at 11 sharp. Nope, no more egg McMuffins. You're out of here.
Oh yeah, right.
Okay, number 9 is really the sickest thing I've seen all week. It's called the Big McChicken.
Oh God.
It is a run-of-the-mill Big Mac with one difference. There's no bread. Instead, the chicken takes the place of the patties. So anywhere there was bread, there are now big chicken slices.
This is the thing that the double down, right? That KFC had for a while, where it was a
Kinda.
chicken sandwich, but chickens were the buns.
Yeah, I think so. Similar to
Yeah.
that. Yeah, I think you're right.
But this is a Big Mac with chicken. Oh my God! And it's a third piece of chicken in the middle. Jiminy Christmas.
Well, finally, number 10 is my favorite.
all right.
The Mc1035. This is amazing. This hack is fun because you get to do it yourself. Time your visit just right, around 10:35 is best, so that both breakfast and lunch items are available. Oh, so apparently for that half hour you can get both.
Oh really? Okay.
Buy an Egg McMuffin and a McDouble. Take the patties and cheese from the McDouble and put it into the Egg McMuffin, and boom, you've got yourself a Mc1035. That's awesome.
Wow.
I love that one.
I do like a burger with fried egg on it. I gotta admit.
Yeah.
That is.
I had a pizza with fried egg on it the other day. That was unusual.
That is unusual.
Yeah.
That's fairly common in Australia. Like they'll cook the egg right on the pizza, and sometimes it's not cooked like all the way through, and they're okay with that.
So they're happy to put egg on whatever. They don't care down there.
Right, exactly.
If you don't.
Oh sure, put an egg on it.
Yeah, why not? Also, I watched.
Bruce?
I watched
Hey,
Snow.
Bruce,
Hey, did
put
you
an
see?
egg on there.
You saw Snowpiercer? Yeah, that was you.
Yeah.
Okay, you
me
just
and
haven't read the
Nicole
comic.
recommending the Snowpiercer.
Yeah, you just hadn't read the comics yet. Wasn't that the deal?
Sitting
Okay.
right there, pointing
Well-
at it right now. It's sitting right there.
Finally watched it last night. Taylor and her hubby there came over, had dinner, and then we said, "Hey, let's watch this movie. Been wanting to see it. Let's sit and watch this thing." That is a weird freaking movie. Like, it's not just what you think it is. Oh, a post-apocalyptic train where all the dirty people live in the back and all the fancy people live in the front. It's that, but it's like layers of weirdness.
Yeah, it's a very, there's no subtlety to the fact that it's making a point about the long tail, right?
Right.
About the 1%. Oh, 1% of this train has rich people in it.
Yeah, and the rest are awful or are doing the bidding of the rich people in the rich people's eyes.
Right.
But the rich people are crazy. Tilda Swinton
Yeah.
is insane.
She is fantastic.
Oh
in
my
this
gosh,
movie,
she's
though.
great in it. She steals everything she's in.
Yeah.
Didn't expect. Well, I don't want to spoil it for people, but I didn't expect to see who I saw at the end there. Didn't know.
Oh, right. Yeah,
Didn't
no
know.
kidding, huh?
Didn't know that was coming.
Yeah.
But just the whole, it's just a weird ass movie. The tone of it, and I loved it because sometimes I'm just tired of seeing the same thing over and over, or things that are meant to please a broad audience. Sometimes I want to see something that's freaking weird and that my mother-in-law would never get. Like she'd sit and watch that and go, "What am I doing? What is this?" It wouldn't even start to sink in. And so I like weird, man. Bring it on. That
Yeah.
movie's great. People should see it. I recommend it.
It is really good, and I can't wait to read the comic, which apparently has 500% more trains,
Oh, good.
more cars.
Well, you need more of those then. Speaking of more cars, let's get Daryl on the line.
Sure. More cars.
More
More cars.
Ah, you need more cars. It's Stump a Trek Nerd, brought to you by...
Hey, Scott, do you want to hear what I would sound like as a Romulan?
Oh, I totally do.
Okay. Well, the only way that's going to happen is if you donate to the Season 2 Indiegogo for the Red Shirt Diaries. I've been appropriately cast, as the Romulan commander, so you should all go to bit.ly/redshirtdiaries, all lowercase, or theredshirtdiaries.com, and click on the Indiegogo button to make Season 2 happen.
Yeah. That sounds all
Admiral
right.
Scott commands it.
Yep, I'm the Admiral, you're the Romulan, and Season 2 is, I suppose, better for it somehow? I don't know. I don't know how it's going to work.
Know. No, I think you're taking a big gamble on us, folks.
Yep, that's okay, though. Daryl, are you there? Oh, no, he's not. What happened to Daryl?
Did you not call him? Did you get
I
too
did,
caught up
but
in our
he didn't pick up.
skit?
He was called. So his phone's working now, he says, but I hope he remembered to run Skype. That's the challenge. Because if he didn't answer... Oh, there he is. Daryl, are you there?
I'm here.
Oh, yeah, that was weird. How come that first one didn't ring?
I have no idea.
Oh, very strange. So your phone's fine. It dropped, but it didn't break, it turns out. You just soft reset it, and life's back to normal.
Yeah, it went into a coma for a few hours, but now it's back.
All right. Well, that's fantastic, man. Don't you feel good about yourself?
No, I wanted a new phone, damn it.
Oh, all right. Fair enough. Hey, grats on that. You sold your house. That's good news.
Yeah, it's official.
Yeah. So,
Yay.
and I hear you're looking at a place that has podcasting space. That piqued my interest. That's very exciting.
Yeah, I'm going to frame 1 million FROGPANTS prints and put them on the walls and
Whoa.
make it all me.
Wow, that's awesome. So is
Nice.
is it a room designed for this, or you're going to make it, you're going to bend it to your
I
will?
can't imagine it's like already, egg crate foam on the walls and
No, it's
speaker
not
plugins.
not ready yet, but it's just a small room. It's not a bedroom or anything. Just it's for me.
That's awesome.
And there's a little sink in there, so I can get a drink of water if I want.
Well, I was going to say you could pee in it. That's a good idea.
Well, you can
That
do that.
is unfortunately true.
It is all true. Well, good. Well, it's good to have you on. Let's do Star Trek. Trump a Star Trek man. What's the word? The name of this thing? Stump a Star Trek nerd. That's what it is.
Stump a Star Trek nerd. But hey, I like yours too.
Here's your question. It is a old episode. Well, I don't know if it is or not. I think it is. I think it's TOS. It's a clip. So this is the clip day. This is day where we do the clip, and you have to decide what episode of the 4 I'll give you this clip comes from. So here it is.
Is there some significance to this action?
I love you. However, I hate you.
But I'm identical in every way with Alice 27.
Yes, of course. That is exactly why I hate you. Because you are identical. Fascinating.
Well, I'm glad they kept that part in because, geez,
Frying somebody's brain with that.
I think there are dogs in the neighborhood yowling right now. All right, your options for which episode that clip came from is A, I Mud, B, Arena, C, Requiem for Methuselah, or D, Assignment Earth. What?
Oh, Ice Worm.
It's too easy, these clip ones.
Didn't even try.
Yeah,
Yeah.
these-
Just throw.
It is easy, but those other ones, Arena, the Gorn one, where he fights the Gorn, there's no androids in that. Come on
Right.
now.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, he could have at least done maybe Mud's women as one of the choices.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's
'cause that would have.
He's just
confused
insulting
me.
your Trek-telligence is what he's doing. Well, we don't have food as usual. Although I've noticed that some emails have been piling up, and I need to go through them, and there may be some requests in there to send us stuff, so I'll get on that. But yeah, nothing to test. Again, if you want to send us your regional fare, themorningstream@gmail.com is the place to send it. Preferably stuff that's hard to get anywhere else. In other words, don't send us a bag of Twizzlers. Well, do if you want, but
Sure.
It's-
We're
yeah.
not going to say, oh, no Twizzlers. Oh.
it just feels like a thing that we could go down to Kmart and pick up ourselves.
Right, sure.
So
Whatever happened to the 60s food box?
60s.
We still have, I
What?
still have 60s at Food Box.
Oh, the one that Nicole sent.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have that. She didn't
Do you
mean
want
it.
to
She told
consume something from the 60s?
you could.
Food
She
Box?
she told me that it wasn't intended for food testing, but we can if we want it to be. We can make it anything we want to be. We can build a little fort out of it if you want.
If you wanted to.
Yeah, if you
Why
wanted
should we
to.
eat out of the 60s Food Box? Because you wanted to.
So mine's hidden away somewhere. So if you guys want to grab something, feel free. and then we'll try it out. Let's see what fare comes from the 60s. You know, what were the
Oh
kids
no,
eating?
we don't. Not if you're not doing it. Wouldn't be any fun.
Well, mine's tucked. It'd take me 10 minutes to go get it.
Oh, for Pete's sake! It's gonna be 2060 before you uncover that thing again.
I don't want that. Nobody wants that. All right, Daryl. Why don't we talk about a birthday in Star Trek land? Somebody somewhere has to be getting older.
Well, they are. They're not really enjoying much right now, but they were when they were alive. It was Ian Wolfe. He was born in 1896.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, jeez.
So he would have been 118 today.
Wow.
He played Septimus in Bread and Circuses and Mr. Atoz the Librarian in All Our Yesterdays.
So did he? What year did he die? Because he had to have been pretty old then.
1992. He was 95.
Oh wow.
Wow.
That's
Yeah.
a ripe
Did
old
well.
age. Yeah. Look, if we can all make it to 92, we're all doing just fine. I have an uncle who's, I swear, was 90 when I was a kid, but he's 92 now, and just still kicking it. He's eating whatever he wants. He's skinny. He looks great. He's happy. He doesn't have any medical issues. He's smart as a tack. That guy.
That's
He's
awesome.
just rocking it. I don't know what his secret is, but I want some of that. Anyway, well, happy birthday to 95-year-old guy that died. 92 he died? Is that the year you just said?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That doesn't feel like that long ago, but you know what? That was a long time ago. That was
I
20.
guess.
Well, look, it was 22 years ago. Think of that.
That's weird.
Good Lord. All right. Well, there's that. Happy birthday to him. Daryl, let's get back to this question that I think is maybe the easiest you've ever been handed, if I had to guess.
Yeah.
Would you say it's the easiest ever? Probably is.
Yeah, I think so.
All right. Well, it's a new moment then to remember on the show. The easiest question Daryl ever got happened today at 8:24.
Mark it in your calendars,
Yeah,
folks.
write it
Unless
down.
my brain has been rerouted and I am totally messed up, and the Gorn actually did have androids and weird stuff happened that I don't remember.
Well, some of that stuff, like for the average watcher who maybe doesn't remember specifics, this may have all blended in for them, right? Like this may be tricky, but for you, where you've seen these episodes like 1,000 times each, of course you're going to know what the answer is. All right, so lay it on us. Which one? IMUD, Arena, Requiem for Methuselah, or Assignment Earth?
It has to be IMUD, and if it's not, then something dimensionally is out of phase. I got a problem.
We're in an alternate reality and
Yeah.
universe. All right, well, let's find out if you're right.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
You're a winner.
Yeah, he got it. Android takes the Enterprise to a planet ruled by Harry Mudd and a ton of androids. Mudd wants to escape this planet, tries to get the Enterprise crew to take his place. Spock gets some of the androids to malfunction with logic, which apparently is fascinating. All right, Daryl, you did it. Way to go. Congratulations. You know what? Listen, people, here's what you should do. Daryl's on Twitter, @TheTrekNerd. You should follow him there. He has things to say, stuff to do, all that. So follow him there. And also listen to his show, This Week in Trek, at thisweekintrek.com with Michael Gaines. That's also a good time. Do you know if Mike's going to BlizzCon? Do you have any idea?
I don't know. If I were to guess, I would say no, but I don't know for sure.
He was there. Was he there last year? Yeah. So I was just curious. It's an expensive trip from New York, though. So I wondered about that. All right.
And
Yeah.
McDonald's, those McDonald's items, I think they're all fake. And if you go there, they'll look like you look at you like you're nuts.
We should test it.
I bet you could get some of these.
Well, some of the ones you do yourself, obviously, but
sure.
The ones where they have to do something, I would be curious to see if somebody could push one through, because I have kind of the same feeling that it might be tricky. That it would be, oh yeah, well, if you lived in Detroit, all those McDonald's do it because that was a fun joke around there or something. But it may not.
Well,
be
obviously,
easy.
it's not something that they're going to teach brand new employees. So you want to make sure you get somebody. You want to get a veteran.
Yeah,
you want to get the manager,
a seasoned veteran. Nobody makes it past 5 years there unless you're a manager. So
that's right.
As far as I know. Anyway, and if anyone connected with McDonald's corporate or on the local level or as an employee there, can you just email us and tell us if this is all malarkey? Because it could be. And I don't want to be spreading falsehoods here on the show. It's not what we do. All right, Daryl. Let's get you out of here. Before you go, though, why don't you play a game with us? What do you got?
Let's see. What do we have? Star Trek background character or actual cat breed?
All right, here's your theme.
I don't care what all them other people put on that internet.
All right.
Bambino.
Wait,
well, I know it's what when the sliders craze hit, that's what Good Times Burgers used to make were Bambinos. You guys don't have good times out there, right? That's a local thing.
Yeah, that's a you guys thing.
Bambino. I would say it's got to be a cat breed because I can't imagine somebody on Star Trek saying, "Oh, let's name this Lieutenant Bambino."
Yeah, that seems wrong. I'm going to go with you.
Officer Bambino.
I'm going to go with you. That's a terrible person name, but a fine cat name. So yes, we'll say breed of cat.
Well, you're forgetting the holodeck,
Oh.
but you're right anyway.
Ah, damn it. We're right anyway. Thanks, Daryl. Play a little trick on us.
Television highlights of the news of yesteryear.
It's the news.
It's brought to you by the following. I grew up with Crohn's disease in the early 80s. Every day held crippling pains, chronic fatigue, and diarrhea. Back then, there wasn't much known about Crohn's and even fewer options for treatment. Fistfuls of pills daily held only a chance that it might slow the disease down. By the mid-90s, a new drug, Remicade,
Remicade, I think. Probably Remicade.
All right, was becoming available. Thanks to its monthly treatments, I've been in remission since 2001. Unfortunately, I'm more the exception than the rule. For many Crohn's patients, current treatments don't work or stop working. In 2010, one of my biggest fears was realized. My 8-year-old son was also diagnosed with Crohn's. With his health deteriorating, we started him on Remicade. Thankfully, he responded equally as well. Please ask your listeners to help a good friend of mine, Jody, who is taking on a half marathon in Vegas in November to raise money for Crohn's and colitis research through the Team Challenge charity. Every bit of support and exposure will help. You can donate and learn more at tinyurl.com/fixcrohns. That's FIXCROHNS.
It is a hideous condition. It is really, really hard to deal with. It's also not a cool condition. You can walk around and go, threw my back out on a rafting trip, and people are like, yeah, man, you're cool. But if you say, I've had chronic Crohn's disease for 10 years and it's awful and I'm a mess all the time, it's not as sexy of a problem, is it? And I always feel bad for that because I get a taste of that with that diverticulitis thing. I kind of know how he feels.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, this is a good cause, man. tinyurl.com/fix Crohn's. Crohn's is spelled CROHNS. And
right.
It is gnarly. It used to mean death, by the way. I mean, that was back in the day.
Horrendous.
You were out.
Horrendous disease. By the way, if you want to see what a Bambino cat looks like, click the link I just gave you in Skype.
Alrighty. Let's take a look here. Let's see what we got. Hold on just a second. All right. Here it is. Oh, gosh. It's the hairless one then.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
It's a hairless cat. There's a few.
That one is markedly more wrinkly than the other one I'd seen. That's cool.
That's a cat that they blew up and then deflated.
I would have no problem owning that cat. I would.
I wouldn't either, honestly, because there's no shedding.
Yep.
Apparently, according to catbreedsinformation.com, it's 5 stars for loving, children, new people, energetic, dogs it gets along with, healthiness, intelligence, adjustability. The only thing it's low on the list on is shedding.
Oh, well, good, right?
No, that's great. Yeah,
you want it to be low.
You're going to pay between $800 and $2,500 for a Bambino, though.
Ooh, really?
Yeah.
You know what the expression on his face says to me?
What?
I don't give a shit.
Yeah, right there.
That's exactly what it says. Yes. Apathetic cat.
Here we go. The 4-acre indoor web. This is a place. It's a 4 acres of a building. Okay, so it's a big interior of a building. 4 acres of that building has 107 million spiders.
Oh, geez.
And a 4-acre web that they have all made together.
Oh, my God. Okay. Wow.
This is the grossest thing we've talked about all week. We were unprepared for the sheer scale of the spider population and the extraordinary masses of both three-dimensional and sheet-like webbing that blanketed much of the facility's cavernous interior, far greater in magnitude than any previously recorded aggregation of orb weavers. The visual impact of the spectacle is nothing less than astonishing. It's in this place. It's a plant, like a plant worker place.
A wastewater treatment plant.
Yeah.
I hope it's an abandoned wastewater treatment plant.
You'd hope, right? You'd think you'd notice that, but
yeah. So orb weavers are those really cool. They have really weird, triangular, angular bodies.
Yeah.
And they do weave some pretty spectacular webs. There's one that actually lives in one of our window wells here in the basement, and I look over every once in a while to see what it's created. I can't imagine it catches a lot of things in the window well, but
that's cool that you just let it be there and let it do its thing.
Well, I don't want to take. There's other spiders and things in there. I don't want to open the screen.
Oh, yeah, you want to open that and then let the whole family in. You don't want that.
Right, exactly.
We don't get that kind of spider here, but I've seen them somewhere, like in the desert somewhere, where their bodies are almost like it's like geometry. They're like polygonal looking. The spider butts. They look like they're made out of like 4 sides or something. It's totally weird.
Exactly. They're really, really cool. They're like what spiders would have been drawn in the 90s in video games as.
Yes.
As
like
opposed to
PlayStation 1 spiders.
That's right. Made out of 5 polygons.
Yeah. Look at that photo there, folks, if you want to be grossed out.
That is crazy. They're just basically going to have to bomb that thing from space.
Yeah. I don't know what else you do. I mean, look at the photos lower down.
Jeez, where it like reaches to the bottom.
Ooh, and look at all the bugs they caught.
Yeah, it looks like sheets. Like sheets of webs.
That's foul. I don't think I could. This is my wife's worst nightmare, this right here.
Yeah. I could not show Tina this image. Yeah. I actually caught I killed a black widow in the basement here the other day. And I found an egg sac as well that I had to get rid of. It's like, oh God.
Was it not attached to the creature? It was somewhere else?
It was right by where I found the black widow, and there was a, like when I grabbed the egg sac and I had to take it with the end of a WD-40 red wand thing.
Yeah.
The spray wand. I could see there was a mass inside it. Like it was not an empty egg sac. If I were to smash that thing, I was afraid that a bunch of little babies would come running out of there. So I flushed it.
Yeah, you need to. You did the right thing. No, you did the right thing, dude. You did right by us and by the rest of the world.
We don't need black widows living in our house or anywhere near it. I'm not going to drive it and relocate it, folks. Sorry.
My daughter has this thing where if we find a spider or a bug in the house, she wants to let it out. And somebody told me the other day that that's actually going to kill it, because most of the spiders that end up in your house, not all of them, but most of them are kind of domesticated for such. And if you put them outside, they will not survive. So I told her that. And now she's really torn on what to do.
Really?
She's having this moral quandary. Should I kill it? Should I still let it out if I know that it's just going to die outside anyway? Like, there's all kinds of...
I've heard that about like, zoo animals and animals raised in captivity. I've never considered that spiders would have that same issue. I would think that their natural instinct is to scatter when they see danger. Mm-hmm. And whether it's a shoe or a wolf, they're going to be not like the wolf is the mortal enemy of the spider, but still, right. I would think that their natural instinct would do them just fine out in the wild.
Well, I heard it from the internet, so who knows? I have no way to verify the truth of any of this. But
sure.
The internet told you, did he? What else is going on in the news? Oh, we got some white noise for your nose. Check this out.
Okay.
Scientists have high hopes for white noise for the nose. It cancels out nasty odors. So take this with you to the gym or on a plane or wherever stinky people are.
BlizzCon.
Or a BlizzCon. In a packed hall full of sweaty black t-shirted individuals. Turns out 2 researchers have found the mathematical formula to create an olfactory equivalency to white noise, which they say could cancel out pungent odors you may want to get rid of. This is different than traditional approaches to odor cancellation, says Dr. Lavrvarshny.
Wow, Lavrvarshny. It sounds like something we've eaten on this show.
Yeah, it does, right? It's a Turkish treat of Lavrvarshny.
Right. Lavrvarshny.
One of the researchers, who is an assistant professor in engineering at the University of Illinois in Urbana-Champaign, told the Huffington Post in an email, quote, "Instead, we take advantage of the perceptual properties of human olfaction and ensure that it is perceived in this all that is perceived is this white smell," meaning nothing. This is different though than like those charcoal blankets you can have on you so you can fart all day and nobody would know.
Kind of works the same way. Well, no, it doesn't work the same way. That's a filter. Why this would just basically be like the anti-odor.
Yeah, like something that goes out there and just neutralizes, but not in the traditional. What I'm saying is I'm all for this. Bring it on. I'll buy whatever this is. I'm into it.
I wonder what you do with it. Like, do you shove it up your nose? Is it like, do you smear it underneath your nose like doctors who do autopsies, how they have that stuff that they put under their nose to cancel out the smell of their body?
See, that's a good question. Or can you put it in like a little machine and have it just turn on and
a little
the whole
personal
house suddenly
field
smells fine?
Oh, now you're talking.
Yeah, look, human beings. The problem is this.
It's like a shield, like your own little raised shields. Whoop.
Well, the problem is that humans would tell you that one of our chief senses that is important to our survival and our functioning as human beings is our smell sense, our sense of smell.
Yes.
And because we need that thing to like survive, because it's used for lots of stuff. Like, for example, if you did nothing but white noise or smell all day,
yeah.
Well, then what would you even know there was a gas leak?
Right. And your food would not taste nearly as good because part of the reason we enjoy the taste of food is because it's an olfactory thing.
Yeah. So if you plug your nose and eat, that's why people plug their nose when they take medicine, because they can't taste it as well. Mm-hmm. So do you have to turn that off around dinner time? If you use it a ton and then you turn it off, does everything overwhelm you to the point that like barbecue chicken smells like death?
I smell all the things now.
Yeah. That all sounds horrifying to me.
Yeah, it does.
So I'm not sure about this, other than, it might be a good idea for a quick trip on a plane or on a bus or something where it makes sense to, have a little personal white noise thing.
Mr. Green Jeans did a little skit in the chat room.
Yeah.
So here's the scene.
All right.
Gross. My house smells like natural gas. Psst. Ah, that's better. Now to light a fire in the fireplace.
Boom. Yeah.
NC.
This is the problem. Is something burning? I don't know. I have white noise in my nose.
Right.
Not Tweaked Audio. HelloFresh.com is sponsoring today's program. Oh, HelloFresh.
You'll want to smell everything you make from HelloFresh.
Yeah, turn off your white noise nose generator and eat your HelloFresh and be amazed by the flavors and olfactory goodness that comes with each and every delivery. Here's how it works. They have real chefs, professional chefs making real recipes, all right? They're throwing together real stuff. You pick what you like each week, new stuff every week. And then they send you the exact farm fresh ingredients to make that stuff straight to your door. If something needs to be frozen, it will be. If something needs to be in a little small package like salt or some sort of like pepper or something, that'll be in there as well. Everything you need to make that delicious, healthy meal in 30 minutes or less. Visit HelloFresh.com and see if they deliver to you. The code is MorningStream at checkout for 50% off for you first-time customers at HelloFresh.com. Do it today.
Chairman J. Parnell Thomas of New Jersey opens an inquiry into possible communist penetration of the Hollywood film industry.
It's Celebrity Poop, brought to you by...
Hey, Scott, did you know that tea could steep red?
I did know that.
Oh, well, it can.
Oh.
Well, it can.
I mean, I didn't know that, Brian.
And you can have tea that will steep red if you get to the $25 perk level on the Red Shirt Diaries Season 2 Indiegogo. Go to bit.ly/Red Shirt Diaries, all lowercase, to get your tea today. We promise no red shirt blood was used in the making of this tea.
What does steep mean? Turns red? Is that what it means?
Yeah, your water turns red when you steep. Basically, steeping is when you have the tea bag sitting in the hot water. It's steeping.
All right. That sounds euphemistic.
Steep it for exactly 30 seconds for Earl Grey is the traditional English way. I can't remember what it is.
So you're saying if I do it the traditional way, it's going to take me... Well, I need to know this.
You got 30 seconds!
All right.
That's exactly right.
Great.
Yes.
Good. Well, let me tell you how I feel about it then.
I don't give a shit.
All right. Let's see here.
Okay.
Christian Bale. He is the... as opposed to the Muslim or the Jewish Bale, will not play Steve Jobs after all. He's not going to do it. He says, oh, good for you. I'm not playing your freaking Steve Jobs. Well, that's too bad. He says, let's see, Hollywood Reporter broke the news Monday that Bale has exited discussions on Steve Jobs' biopic being directed by Danny Boyle. I didn't know Danny Boyle was doing that.
I didn't know that either. Wow.
I thought it was Seven. What's his name?
Fincher,
David Fincher, or did he walk away too? This is kind of a mess. I guess Aaron Sorkin's still doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Sorkin had said that Bale was a slam dunk for the part, and I agree. He said that on October 23rd, but this has all gone to poop. Now it looks like it's time to find a new actor. So Brian, let's cast it. If it isn't,
right.
If it's not Christian Bale, who plays Steve Jobs?
Not Ashton Kutcher.
Nope. He had his
Steve
time.
Jobs.
I don't know. I mean, Bale's so perfect. Who else are you gonna do? Who else looks like him even?
Yeah, that's the trick.
I mean, Bale had the range, the look, a willingness to lose a bunch of weight. Like,
I would love to see a Steve Jobs movie starring Larry Miller, Larry David, but I don't think that's ever going to happen.
Larry Miller.
Or Larry Miller, for that matter.
Either of those comedians would be just fine.
Yeah.
Larry
Miller is Woz, and Larry David is Steve Jobs.
Maybe
this new iPod is pretty good.
Who's the British guy who played Magneto? The young Magneto?
Oh, Fassbender?
Fassbender could maybe do it.
Yeah, he could do it.
He might be able to. He does a good American accent, so he could fake it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I just feel like Bale was your man, and
he was a good choice.
A little sick that he's not.
Neil
now.
Patrick Harris suggests Hodor in the chat room.
He's
not
too
bad.
short. It's too short. They could probably make up for that, I guess.
He's no Noah Wiley
or who could play
Ashton Kutcher or
Steve Jobs.
They just need to find an unknown, probably.
Someone is suggesting Idris Elba. That's that's maybe not. I don't know if I'd do that. That seems strange. Here's what CNET says. Top 5 actors. Let's see. It's a video. Let's see if this works. All right.
Word is that Christian Bale has turned down the role in the upcoming Steve Jobs film. Here are 5 actors that should be calling their agents right now.
All right.
Starting off at number 5, Stephen Colbert. He's been playing an egomaniacal tyrant.
Actually, Colbert wouldn't be bad. He's got the look for it.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Years, so this really shouldn't be much of a stretch.
All right, skip to 4.
Number 4, Benedict Cumberbatch. People seem to generally love this guy in everything he does.
Cumberbatch, he looks too much like a big bird. Do you want Cumberbatch playing your jobs?
I suspect part of the...
He could do it. I mean, you give him a look, but he's played so many iconic roles lately, hasn't he? Like,
well, we just keep hearing about him in them. Like, he hasn't really played that many, if you think about it.
Yeah, maybe that's it.
Yeah, I mean, he was
Snowden, and wasn't he Snowden, or who was he? He was
not Snowden.
Not Snowden.
The other guy, Assange.
Yeah. Yes, Julian Assange.
Appeal is just being able to
All right,
say
see
his
who's
name.
next.
Benedict Cumberbatch.
All right, we get it. His name's funny. Got it.
At number 3, Matthew McConaughey.
Really?
No.
Really?
No, this is like a joke list.
This is a bad list. I don't
Link
like
bait.
It. Yeah, let's see.
Charismatic, intense,
we're already
and a
in
bit of a
3. We
diva.
may as well see what the final
Perfect.
2 are.
At number 2, Daniel Day-Lewis. This guy can basically play anything.
He could do it.
Mm-hmm.
Daniel Day-Lewis could do it.
Really, just take his character from There Will Be Blood and substitute iPhones for oil.
Oh, that's a real hoot. You're a real hoot, because Steve Jobs is just as bad as that guy was. Your drink, your milkshake,
and your iPad.
And finally, number 1, James Franco.
No,
saying, if it's
James
true that
Franco. This is a joke list.
It's a total joke list.
Screw you, CNET. In other celebrity news, sad news, dude. Car Talk co-host, one of the brothers, Tom Magliozzi. So he's Tom of the 2 brothers. I don't know which one's which.
Click or clack. Yeah,
I guess there's
know.
Ray and Tom. Anyway, has died at the age of 77. I swear I was just listening to these guys, and it was a newer episode. Like, he worked right up till he died, I think. Anyway, popular radio personality Tom Magliozzi, I never say it right, died on Monday of complications of Alzheimer's disease, this is according to NPR. NPR, he was 77 years old. Tom and his brother Ray became famous as Click and Clack, the Tappet brothers, on the weekly NPR Car Talk show, tuning their advice about car troubles into entertaining radio with their bantering and their joking. Actually, it's a thing. I'm not even really into cars at all, but I really enjoyed that show.
Yeah, it was such a great, like, layman's terms way to present stuff in a very, very comedic manner. Like, you'd always, you'd go away learning something, but you'd be entertained the entire time even if you didn't care about cars.
He's the one that's super gray and has the big beard.
I don't think I've ever seen pictures of the 2 of them, honestly. I don't know what they look like.
That link
I always had this audio, this visual of what I imagine they'd look like. Just listening to the audio.
Yeah. I'm trying to see. Turned out he wasn't kidding. We're happy to live. You want to.
Oh, well, that's exactly what I thought they would look like.
Is that how you picture it?
Pretty much exactly,
That's hilarious. I'm trying to see if there's any other. I don't know when it set in for him, because it seems so quick. But anyway, there's a quote he has here which I like a lot. This is one of Tom's quotes. He says, "Happiness equals reality minus expectations." That's pretty good. Anyway, sad day over there at NPR.
Yeah.
If you're into that stuff, I was. So I'm sad to hear about it. We are sponsored today by Era, the Consortium, a sci-fi tabletop role-playing game. This thing looks super rad, and I'm loving. Right now, I'm in a sci-fi mood, just period. Mm-hmm. So whenever something crops up like this, I get super excited. It is offering 500 years of history with different situations, wars, corporate raiding, political intrigue, organized resistance against the government are just a few examples of what's in this game. And there's something in there for everybody if you enjoy this genre. Offers a chance to travel through time, change history. The artwork is amazing. Beautiful, incredible stuff.
Oh, yeah. I remember looking at this yesterday. It's gorgeous.
Really hot. I want you guys to see it. tinyurl.com/sovkick. SOVKICK. It's already funded, but they're pushing towards some stretch goals. They've got a few days left. Totally worth checking out. If you like sci-fi tabletop stuff, man, I don't know how you could do better than this project. So go check it out. Even if you just like sci-fi comics, you can get 2 comics for $5 just by backing the project. Piece of cake. Forget about all the rest if all you want is comics. But for those who want a really great game, that's tinyurl.com/sovkick. Go check it out today. All right, we're going to take a break. When we come back, we've got Fitness Geek, we've got Jury Duty, we've got all that entails. Cool. Brian, why don't you play some music for us before we go?
Music coming up right now for you. So this is another one of these where I get to actually satisfy 2 requests in one. Let's start with this one from Jason. My wife, Jill, is celebrating another rotation around the sun on November 5th. Any day that week would be fine if you get to this request, since I've converted her to a daily TMS listener. Jill and I got married pretty young, and after over 15 years, she's still the center of my universe. Since she just mentioned she forgot to make a request herself, I'm sure this would make her day. Any Queen cover would be awesome. Totally trust Brian's taste when it comes to good covers. Love the show, and read that more creative. I don't know what that means. Thanks, Jason.
Oh, all right.
Liz also wrote in, said, Dear Scott and Brian, I would like to request You're My Best Friend, performed by The Once, to my podcast friends Scott and Brian, as it marks the day I found the morning stream back in 2011. You both have been with me through the good, the bad, and the weird over the years. From the bottom of my heart, I thank you for the joy you bring to me each and every day with TMS and many of your other shows. Love the show, thou, Liz.
Like it. Nice variation there.
Right. So we've got 2 of them, both wanting a Queen cover, and on consecutive days, I thought, well, perfect. We'll play this cover for them. And plus, it's a great one for Jason and Jill, because it's, if your wife isn't your best friend, then, what's the matter with you? This is the band Once, from their 2011 album, Row Upon Row of the People They Know, with a great cover of Queen's You're My Best Friend.
All right. We'll be back in a minute. Stay tuned.
Great C, row C. That's down front, right? Wait. Great. Maybe they'll put a huge spotlight on my zits. There won't be any zits. You're gonna oxecute them.
Pimple? Oxecute them with Oxy 10. So strong, even a dermatologist couldn't prescribe a stronger level of benzoyl peroxide. Oxy helps clear pimples away or you don't pay. Guaranteed.
Oxecute them.
Now listen, you took a beating. You're hurt, kid. Hurt badly. I've got to get a doctor.
No.
Facial Kegel exercises.
All right. I guess that was
That's all we get of that one.
That was it. Damn. You know, you could say Scott Fletcher.
I don't give a shit.
All right.
Oh, all right. Jeez. Wow.
Oh, my freaking back, dude. I just need to sit up here. Actually, that commercial is not true. Your doctor can prescribe a ton of benzoyl peroxide if he wants to. That is complete garbage. Oxy 10. Lion sacks.
Well.
They're full of crap. Hey, let's call Bill. It's a little early, but that's all right. All the sooner I can put a heating pad on this beast.
Sure, he's up.
Oh, freaking hurts.
We're going to see him at BlizzCon, aren't we?
Yeah, he'll be there. Bill Duran will be there. Nicole should be there. Should see Mark. Tom.
I wonder if Adam Christensen is going to make it out there.
Yeah,
Matt
he
Cast.
is for a day, he said.
Cool.
So he'll
Very
be
cool.
at the Guild Hall hanging out with us and stuff, so that'll be fun. On the line with us right now is one Bill Duran. Hello, Bill.
Why, hello there.
Oh, hello. How are you, sir?
I am in a mad dash to get a bunch of stuff done for BlizzCon.
Oh,
Sure
great.
you are.
And is it stuff for you, or is it stuff for other people?
I decided that I should have a new costume, so I started that last week.
I was gonna say, when we last talked, you had sounded like you had kind of given up, and you were like, I'll do something, but then like it wasn't gonna be a big deal. But then it sounds like you hunkered down and went for it anyway.
Well, I got a touch of the crazy, and I started a costume.
Well,
look who's in the background there, making her journey across country. Even like, how many different shows is she, or different guests has she's appeared with? Let me try saying that again. How many different times has she appeared with guests on the show?
She has sat creepily behind you, behind Justin Robert Young last week, and now behind Bill Duran. And yeah, cool.
Well, now she's a permanent fixture.
That's right.
Yep.
She's gonna be there for a good long while.
She's been installed in Seattle.
That's
Yes.
right.
Yep.
Putting
And
down
it's
roots.
wonderful here.
Is it? Do you like this? But you like it. It's good.
Oh, it's awesome and rainy. I'm sorry, I'm a little out of it. I just woke up literally 5 minutes ago, and in my dream, I was in jail, but the jail was an outdoor jail, like summer camp, and I just found my stash of cookies that have been hiding from the canteen or whatever, and I was eating them, and someone was trying to get me. I don't know. It was weird.
That is
So-
weird. It's a very
Orange is the new lass.
Yeah. Nice.
I like the idea that summer camp is just outdoor jail.
Yeah, right, exactly. Basically is. I've been to summer camp.
They make you build all those crafts, and then they probably sell them.
That's right.
Well,
More sweatshirts.
glad to hear it.
Yeah.
So, Bill, what's going on in the world of geek fitness today?
Well, I'm really sore. I did a bunch of push-ups yesterday. Starting to feel it. Starting to maybe think, with all the work I have to do, that was a bad idea. But I'm gonna push through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you
I
gonna
don't
try
know.
to?
I felt like I was like last week I was talking about going to find a gym, and that hasn't happened yet because of said costuming project.
Yeah.
But I've been feeling like kind of off the wagon, like kind of achy, kind of like I haven't lifted anything in a while. So yesterday I was like, nope, that won't do. Let's go do 100 push-ups. And
how you feeling?
Well, I guess I had to decide if I want to feel achy or sore. Because right now I'm sore, but not achy.
Mm-hmm.
But I would still take sore in a heartbeat, just because feels like progress.
Well, sore feels like a thing that's naturally should happen when you do something that's good for you, whereas achy feels like, why does this hurt? I didn't do anything to make this hurt in a positive way. And it's funny because the two pains are probably clinically not that different.
Right.
But you know that one came from upward momentum and the other
Yeah.
one came from sitting on your ass. So there's a clear difference between those pains.
Right.
So that made me wonder, though, when I was 230 pounds all the time, like, was I just achy all the time?
Mm-hmm.
I don't even remember, because I wonder if I was just used to it, and if that was the case, I'm glad I'm not anymore.
Right. Yeah. So, well, are you feeling like because here's the problem I have. If I'm not consistent about it and I just do these like one shots occasionally, then I'm sore, then it goes away, then I ache again, then I'm sore again, and you get into this pattern of just soreness for no reason other than you feel a little bit better that day because you did something. How do you break out of that freaking train? Because that's the hard bit, right?
What I found, it's tricky because especially if you do a lot of lifting and you are really pushing yourself, you will be sore all the time, just pretty much constantly. It's hard not to beat that, but it will diminish over time. Usually that first week is just a giant punch in the face when you're like, oh, I worked out so much this week and now I can't feel my arms.
Yeah.
But you will eventually get used to it, except for legs. It seems like no matter what, my legs are always just as sore every week when I do the leg workout.
Yeah.
Probably just because when you're working out your legs, you're working out like half your body.
Mm-hmm. That's a good point. Are you going to be continuing this stuff while you're at BlizzCon? You're going to try to keep that train rolling? No,
it's probably not going to happen.
You do a lot of walking at BlizzCon, so that you're going to at least be getting some cardio, right?
I guess
I'm
so.
thinking I'm thinking that this might be a hotel workout room that will be really empty. So I'm going to go to that one. It seems like a convention that will not fill the workout room. It's no offense to anybody. I just think you're not there to be working out or thinking about that. So I may get up early on one of those mornings and go down there and just see how big and open
maybe I'll go find you. I don't know. For some reason, like I've never been the guy who goes to work out at a strange place. Like a hotel or whatever. I've never been able to make myself do that.
Oh, see, I love sweating on unfamiliar treadmills.
Yeah, sweating on other people's equipment.
People's equipment, exactly.
So
makes me feel like I'm at a gym.
I'm kind of that way with a lot of things actually. So I say this, but I'm actually kind of the same exact way with hotels. I don't really. It's something. It's like that and massages by people I don't know. I can't do like, I'm going to a new massage place and it's some lady I've never heard of. No, I really would rather not do that. I would rather like have either somebody who I've had forever or somebody I know or some like extended family somewhere that has like a massage table. Like I'd prefer that any day.
Quick question. Would you rather have a strange lady give you a massage or Bill give you a massage?
Well, now that you bring
What's
that
the difference?
up. Yeah.
Ha!
Oh.
In that case, I'll take the lady because then Bill and our relationship would change fundamentally if he gave me a massage.
For the better or worse?
I don't know. I'm like really good at giving massages.
Are you? All
Well,
right.
my wife tells me that at least.
Yeah.
It's because she wants more massages.
Yeah,
that's usually what that is.
Like 'em.
That's true too.
Well,
well, here's the thing though. I'm gonna be traveling more. I've been started getting invited to conventions to do panels and judge costume contests and stuff. So actually, in fact, next year I'm gonna go to London. Yeah,
sweet. Yeah, I heard about this.
Crazy.
Yeah, what's it for? Remind me the name of it.
London Super Comic Con.
Oh yeah, that's like their big deal there.
Wow, they really worked hard to come up with that name, didn't they?
Yeah, but that's the thing though. If I'm going to be spending like 1 or 2 weekends a month at a convention, then I gotta get my ass in those weird gyms. I gotta do it.
Yeah, especially if you're on the road a lot. Plus, you're going to be drinking with your buddies. Plus, you're going to be eating places you probably didn't plan on. You're going to be eating a lot
All
of
that,
weird London
fish
food.
and chips and shepherd's pie.
Blood pudding.
Oh yeah,
whatever the hell that is. I still don't know what that is.
I don't know either. No, I don't want it.
No, that's a good point. Like, it's easy to get into that rotation and realize, well, I'm running around all the time on the con floor all the time. I'm moving from panel to panel. I am exercising, but it's not exactly the same as keeping up with your other stuff. So that's a good point.
No.
Well, Bill, I know you can do it. I feel it way deep down in my.
Oh
wishbone.
yeah. So we seen you guys at the old BlizzCon here.
Yeah,
absolutely.
A couple
Yes.
days is all. A couple days.
Pretty
I'll be there
excited.
Thursday afternoon, and I think Brian gets in earlier that day, right?
Yeah, we get in early on Thursday. Almost to the point. Well, and I can reveal this now. I'm not going to be able to change my flight. It would cost like $500 for me to change the flight for both Tristan and I. So we'll figure out a TMS situation for Monday morning.
Yeah, well, we don't probably get Steven in it or something. We'll figure it
There
out.
you go.
If not, maybe there. Well, I don't know. We'll figure it out. But yes, we're all going to be there. It's going to be fun. I can't wait. Is your wife coming or just you this year?
I'm bringing the wife.
Yay! We like
She's
her.
got a new costume. I have a new costume. I'll probably post a couple more pictures while I finish it on my Facebook page in the next couple days. On the way.
Well, that is 12 Shades of Glorious. Bill Duran, Shinbeard on Twitter, punishprops.com. Go check him out. We'll talk to you soon. I can't wait to see what you came up with.
Bye.
See ya, brother.
See ya.
Bye now.
Oh, very cool.
Meh. All righty. Should we call Justin?
We should. Let's call the newly betrothed Justin.
Okay. I can work that out with a few clicks of my mouse, as it turns out. I even have a little theme for him.
I wonder what Justin's going to want to talk about.
I don't know. Well, he may not be all that and want to talk about
That's
that.
true. He may not. He may be done talking about it, right?
That's a lot of self-aggrandizing. He may not be into that, but we're definitely going to bring it up.
Mm-hmm.
Assuming he answers this call shortly.
Do.
The dots are rising.
Diddly-doo-dee-doo.
Oh, thanks, honey. Oh, that's weird. Kim brought me an avocado with an egg baked into it. I've never
Oh,
seen that before.
nice.
This should be good. Wait, don't take that. I want all that still.
The other way of doing it is way messier and more difficult.
That's true, right? Oh, I'm getting a text. Let's see if that's Justin. Nope. That's not him.
That's the Daryl text.
That's the Daryl text. You're right. It is the Daryl
Yeah,
text.
I get that too.
All right. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to pause the show just so I don't eat up a bunch of airtime. And I'm going to text Justin to make sure everything's all right. Right? Oh, I'm getting a text. Let's see if that's Justin. All right. Right? All right. There's good.
Oodle-deedle-doodle.
Boodle-deedle-dee. Wait. What? Wait. Okay. That's a real dumb what just happened. All right. Yeah, let me text him. Let's see what's up.
All right. Okay.
Justin.
Where
Robert
are
Young,
you?
Fert.
We're also way earlier than we usually pull them in.
Yeah, that's true. He could be down
Could be
there.
in the shower.
Could be in the shitter.
Takes a while to shampoo and rinse that beard.
I assume so. That's why I don't want one that big. It looks like a management problem.
I'm at the point where I have to decide if I'm going to do this Movember thing. I never really committed to it officially, but I haven't shaved since October 31st. So technically I can still participate.
Yeah, you're. I'm looking.
Yeah.
Some facial hair.
Yeah, but I mean, it means not just the mustache and goatee. It would be the whole thing that I'd be letting go all month long.
Is that how it works? You have to do that.
You have to do that. Yeah, I think you can trim it and keep it nice, but you still have to let it grow the whole.
What's the rule on the neck part? You have to shave the neck part?
Oh, well, you got to do that anyway. I mean, that's just silly.
That's just human kindness. Yeah.
Right. Like I said, you got to keep it trimmed.
No answer from him. Let's see here. I'll be right over for some massage comparisons, says Daryl Skills. What's he talking about?
When we were talking about massages, who gives the best massage? And he's going to be right over to Chinbeard's house to get a massage and test out that theory.
Gross. Let's see.
Sure.
Let me, while we're waiting for him, I want to try something here. See if this actually works. You can still hear me, right?
I can still hear you.
All right. Oh, it killed your Skype. Hold on. And
my video?
No, it made you go quiet.
Oh.
Because Skype assumes when I do that. Let's fix that. Calls. Show current calls. Because you know how it automatically will pause, like or it'll stop iTunes if a call comes in, things like that. I wanted to stop trying to control all of that.
Yes, and change your volume without you having a choice.
Yeah.
I hate that.
Like just now, that makes you all muted when I try to do a phone call via FaceTime, which is what I was trying to do with Daryl. But I want you to be able to hear it and talk.
Well, sure.
All right, I should test this later. All right, well, Justin, I suppose we should give him another moment or so. Justin. We are a tad early. Sorry.
Do we have...
Oh, here he is. He wrote back, yup. That means he should pick up any moment. He says he's booting. Yeah, we're just early is all. I didn't suspect we'd be done as quick as we were with Bill.
I know that went quick. Plus the song was short. We started tiny bit early.
tiny bit normally on time.
Right, that's true. Actually, I usually we're
food testing
late.
takes longer normally. Those kinds of things. All right, he is ringing and he is booting. Oh, I may have to go get this looked at and make sure there's nothing flaring up again. Oh, freaking hurts. Dots Rising. It's my new. I'm making a movie called Dots Rising.
Sounds great. And a video game probably to go along with it.
Yeah, starring Justin Robert Young, but he comes on way later. It's like half the movie's over, and then he comes in.
Right.
Okay, now it says call now. It is calling. Let's try it again. Let's see if that worked. It says calling. Okay, now we'll start that up again. And now play this.
These are their stories.
Oh, I'm terrible with names.
Justin Robert Young, the newly betrothed, life-altering, evented Justin Robert Young on the line, ladies and gentlemen. Justin.
Here's the life-altering event. Why the hell are y'all calling me so early?
We realized as we were doing this, we're like, oh yeah, we are running way early. We got to Bill about, I don't know, 6 minutes ahead, but we figured, he's pretty long-winded. That'll go for a while. But he was in and out and went much quicker than we thought. So I thought, all right, well, we'll try Justin. But it didn't occur to me that, it's probably, you're usually like about 9:15 to 9:30.
Something like that, yeah. I was
time.
actually just getting out of the shower, I'm like, I bet you I should probably turn on the morning stream to see when I'm coming on.
Yeah. It happens sometimes, but I apologize. Are you all like wet and hairy? You are. Look at you all wet and hairy.
Hairy, no matter whether he gets out of the shower or not.
Yeah, that's true. Justin, can we
start the recording?
Can we just say? Yeah, I did. I just want to say congratulations from us to you on the
thank you.
the engagement. That was amazing, and I loved that video. And I just see in her face, she had no idea you were doing it. She had her usual here with Justin doing Justin stuff, and then Justin down on a knee, and it's like holy shit. It was great fun.
I mean, it came on the back of many weeks of lies, which was the key. The key to a good. I mean, listen, I know I'm not even married yet, but I'm gonna go ahead and give a big bunch of advice to all you kids out there. Lie to your significant other all the time. It only makes them happy.
Yeah, it makes them happy and glad. It's like kids. Tell them Santa Claus is real, and great things will happen.
If we've learned nothing else from this segment, it's lie to your significant other.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Well, so we had talked about this for a while. I mean, like getting married and getting engaged and when we were getting engaged, and she knew that we were doing it that day, and that's why we went up to Seattle. But what she didn't know is that I had the ring. I was very cagey and not cagey. I lied to her and said that I didn't have the ring, and I had all these excuses on why I didn't have the ring.
Right, and she wouldn't have understood if you told her the truth, which was I got it from a guy named Vito on a street corner in downtown Oakland on a Saturday night at 3 a.m. Right, like that wouldn't have gone over well.
She knows Vito, and you know he's come to game nights and everything, so it would be awkward.
To say the least. Well, it's super exciting, dude. You're heading down the brave new path of matrimony and all that stuff. I'm sure you have plenty of planning to do. When's the big date? Do we know that?
We do.
Oh, are you going to share it here or no?
Yeah.
All right.
Because I think a lot of people will want to come to it because it's going to be at DragonCon.
Whoa, at DragonCon. Wow. So where are you gonna do it, like in the ballroom there, like right after Night Attack, or what are you doing?
It's gonna be during Night Attack, isn't it?
It won't be during Night Attack.
Okay.
Its own thing. It'll be its own hour, and it'll be on the podcast track. We've organized it with Nicole, and it's gonna be a thing. It's gonna be a big ceremony at DragonCon, and you know, it's one of those things for us, and you know, it's. I'm curious your guys' opinion on it, because I've kind of had this this idea since, you know, since we made the decision that like it really almost would seem odd to not do it like that, to not do something that's with everybody, because so much of our lives has been so affected by kind of this sort of ride that's happened over the past 5 years. I met Ashley after the first Night Attack or then NSFW show at DragonCon. So many of our friends that we barely have met in person, we have the times of our lives with at DragonCon and FROGPANTS or at Nerdtacular and South by Southwest and everything. And I would like to think that, if you guys were getting married today, in the midst of all this, I mean, it would, I feel like you guys would have some of the same feelings that we have.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, if Scott and I were to get married, we probably would do it at Nerdtacular.
Yeah, we probably would if you and I were going to get married. But no, yeah, I totally agree. I mean, it becomes it's not that different than when you do it. Whenever it is you do it with and around and based on the things that matter most at the time, right? So if you're getting married in the 20s, you do that with whatever family and or extended family or friends or acquaintances or work people or whatever it was at the time that sort of represented the milieu of your life. That's what you would do, and I don't see why that would be any different today. Absolutely, it would be that way for me. It would be very frog panty in a lot of ways if I was to get married today.
And that's kind of where we're at is let's just have fun with the people that also really care about us the most, and our family will be there, and that's going to be really, really exciting to share kind of this world with them. But also it's like, it makes as much sense to do it with everybody who wants to come and have it be self-selecting like that.
Sure. And it also, it just simplifies things in a funny way, because you don't have to think about all the other crap, like who to invite, who not to invite. Like by doing it this way and not with some specific location in mind somewhere in Pasadena with all the right people and locations and flower arrangements and color coordination and all that BS, you just have simplified it in a really good way. And that in some ways I'm jealous of that, because we were at the mercy of some in-laws at the time, and it was kind of a pain in the ass in 1992. Oh my gosh. Wow. But yeah, I mean, in 2014, you guys have options, and I think that's super cool. I think it's awesome, and I think it's, moreover, forget about all that. All that stuff's great. All that stuff's wonderful. But the fact that you've found this person and she has found you, and you guys have seen it in your hearts to hitch up and make this a thing of permanence is awesome, and I'm super stoked for both of you.
Well, there's also the fact that I think, once everybody has met Ashley, like, I feel like if I had broken up with Ashley or Ashley had broken up with me, I would be like no longer welcome on this and many other shows.
That's right. When we would have to pick between when we would have to pick between the two of you, then that's when things would get dicey, and I'm sorry, Jerry, but
you would just jettison me in disgust.
Yep.
And rightfully so.
Mm-hmm. You'd be like a pod in space out of the collective spaceship.
That's right.
And we would we know
we
the
just
android
see George
we're looking
Clooney
for.
floating around.
Yeah, we know what droid we're looking for. It's just an awesome thing, and I showed that video to Kim, and she just was squealing. She's like, "That is so awesome. That's so cool just to see what it is. What it is there is a childlike quality to the way you did it." And I know this is gonna sound weird, and I don't mean it to, but when you hit the dirt there on the knee.
Yeah.
And I know I bug you on text about this all the time, and I make too much of it, but there's this side of you that I always really liked, which is just this soft, kind of traditional side of Justin that has always been there, and it's not like people don't know about it. If you know Justin, you know about it, but I just always like to see it, and so we were kind of reveling in that a little bit here.
Well, it's I don't know. I mean, all these kind of moments matter, and obviously they do for like to signal that we're getting married, but it's like I kind of feel like that's why I wanted it to be as much as we were kind of anticlimactic in making this a very long discussion, and not like, I don't know, I mean, and I don't know how you guys got engaged, but I always found it a little weird, like this kind of like candid camera prank element to like engagement where it's like, oh, surprise, spend the rest of your life with me, we're in public, the side down, go.
Yeah, we did it up in some hills overlooking the city, all by ourselves, just me and Kim on a date. Like nobody was there. There is no photographic evidence of any of this. And it wasn't. Part of that is because that's just that didn't exist so much then. That kind of public way of doing it all. But also, if the option was to go to a park or something, I don't think any of that was my vibe. And that's the thing. I think even today, and this is a guy who filmed on his iPhone his daughter getting engaged. Okay.
Yeah.
And then put it up on Instagram. That's a long story because I thought it was weird we were invited, but that was a whole nother. That's an in-law thing. But anyway, the point is, if I were to get engaged today, I probably would do it all quiet and just ourselves again. I think.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think I would.
We had fun with ours. I did I was working at or had worked at a pizza delivery place before that, and Tina knew that it was probably coming this weekend. It was New Year's Eve, and basically, knock on the door. Pizza guy comes. Sounds like a porn movie. Yeah. Pizza guy shows up. We've got all our friends there for the New Year's Eve party, and then she opens up the pizza, and it's a pizza shaped like a heart with "Will you marry me" written with green peppers and olives and onions and stuff with the ring right in the middle of it.
It's like you're asking her to prom. I love it. That's so cute. That's cool, and she loved it, of course. Obviously,
she did. Yes.
Man,
I mean, that's a commentary on your relationship, right? And
it is, yeah.
I think that's kind of just what we wanted to do. Is we had like a whole day. We were in Pike Place Market in Seattle, and we just spent the whole day kind of going around there. I mean, that place, man. Thing about Pike Place Market is it is like you might think like I did that it's just like any other kind of tourist destination where it's just like a Gap and a Babies R Us and you buy some T-shirts and leave and somebody throws a fish at you.
It's like Fisherman's Wharf, but for Seattle is kind of the impression I think I have of it.
It's not.
Yeah.
Fisherman's Wharf is a pile of dog feces. Pike Place is great.
Yeah.
There's ton of little really really rad shops and everything and bars and restaurants and markets.
Really cool. A comic book store in there too, like a little independent comic book store and restaurants and
cool.
So cool.
It's just that there's so much stuff that it's like it's cavernous. You can definitely lose yourself in a day just going and experiencing everything. And so we were there and we made it kind of a themed sort of day talking about our relationship and everything. And it was really, really great. And then here's my tip, kids. If you're going to get engaged.
All right. Big tip. Hold on. We need a theme for your tip. All right. Here's your theme right here.
What?
All right. Go ahead.
Here's the tip.
Okay.
If you are going to get engaged and you do not have somebody to take pictures for you because you don't want to organize a Mission Impossible situation, go ahead and hand some random person. In our case, it was a random vape bro who was vaping right next to us.
Vape bro.
And just take video instead of pictures. Because this dude's going to do an idiot. He's going to screw up if you're like, hey, just take pictures of us. Let him know, hey, I'm going to propose. Just keep taking pictures. It's going to screw up.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, you got these video cameras on your phones these days. You can take video and then just still frame the exact right picture that you want.
Yeah, take out your 1080p shot you want to keep. It's not quite your 10 megapixels, but it's good enough.
I mean, that everything that you guys saw that's been on Twitter and Instagram and Facebook and everything, that was all from the video.
Just frame capped from the video. That's good. And it was some stranger dude. Did you say, hey, here's the camera, will you take this? And did he say,
I don't give a shit?
No? Or was he happy to do it?
No, he was very happy to take a picture, and then I put it in his hands and I turned it on video, and then I started the video and I said, just don't turn it off.
Or run away with my iPhone 6 Plus.
Right.
Please don't run away with my iPhone 6 Plus.
Yeah.
So it's under the premise that he's just taking a picture of the two of you with a nice sunset in the background or whatever.
Yeah.
Well, I guess he knew that it was a video. Ashley thought it was a picture, and then also she was very annoyed with me for bothering somebody. She's like, just take a selfie.
Yeah.
Why do you bother somebody? And I'm like, well, I need to, for reasons that will become obvious in seconds.
But she thought that was just a photo, right? Like she thought you're posing in front of this pier thing. This is just a nice shot of us. She didn't know it was the proposal moment, right?
Well, I don't know if I've asked her, but I would assume so.
Yeah.
I think her reaction was that of somebody who believed that.
Yeah, that was a very her reaction was dead on the way you expect those reactions to be.
The what you want too.
Yeah, kind of that look on her face, like shock, stood back a little bit, put her hand on her face. Like it's the telltale signs. These are the symptoms of one being asked to be married. That's great. Well, that's cool, man. It's so cool. Did any of this experience give you any other existential thoughts, feelings about life in general that we could share here today? Because that's a big moment, you know? You don't walk away from that unscathed. Anything in there that, you know?
The kind of proposal, really, all the feelings that were wrapped up in the proposal itself were like relief that I didn't lose the ring.
Yeah.
Because I'd had the ring for a month. Like I bought it pretty much after I saw it and then lied to her about not having it. And then meanwhile, my job is to fly across the country and open and close the bag that I have this ring in, like over and over and over again.
Right. So
that was really nerve-wracking, that I was kind of constantly afraid that I'm going to lose this thing, and it's going to be me calling the Baltimore airport lost and found. Like, have you seen a ring, please? I lost it, and I think it was in the TSA.
That makes me feel sick inside. Just that whole idea.
3 months Patreon salary.
So it was a lot of relief. But I mean, like in terms of us getting married, I think we're a little, it's kind of hitting us now more than anything. We're just kind of giggly about it, but it's in general, it was just been something that we've been talking about for a while now, you know, for probably like a year and a half. And our relationship specifically started out as us dating long distance, and then became us, you know, kind of dating more seriously long distance, and then became us, me moving across the country, then her moving across the country. Like there were all these failure points that were very, very reasonable for us to kind of just walk away, and we never have. So this particular moment just kind of seems like, well, what else are you gonna do? You know, like this is what it is. Like it's just.
It feels like the natural evolution of how all this stuff has gone.
Well, you can only answer yes like so many times to so many different things that you, when by the time we got to this point, it's like, well, yeah, let's just figure out the right time and the right place to do it, and let's do it right, and let's do it for, you know, because we're really, really happy, and not because we feel pressured, but because this is just the right time.
Yeah.
And that's what it is.
Yeah. You guys are lucky to have that. That's an awesome thing to feel. I felt that. I know Brian's talked about feeling that feeling of like, this is the right thing. It's not because the clock's ticking. It's not because anyone's expectations outside of this relationship, when it can just happen because everything just feels like, yep, this is totally how we're doing this. And then there's nothing quite like it. It's a huge confirmation that you're getting into the right boat.
Well,
in my humblest of opinions.
I mean, I don't know. It's so thrilling. I mean, I'm just so excited, and really, again, the reaction from everybody has been so overwhelming. Yeah. You know, it's so exciting just to see, you know, the fact that, you know, you're out here for me and her, you know, making these videos and talking to people, or doing these podcasts, and, you know, you connect to people, and there's all these great events that you get a chance to kind of see them, but it felt amazing to share it with everybody online and everybody listening here, and it's just one of those things that I feel like my life is so much better because everybody else is there around us sharing it with us.
It makes a huge difference. Well, I'm super stoked for you. Very, very exciting. Tell Ashley we feel that way, because that's just awesome. So excited.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, listen, I didn't put Ashley on the spot, but I think I'm gonna have to put you on the spot right now. Can we save a spot for you there in the front 2 rows?
Definitely one for me. I'm coming to Dragon Con.
Yeah, Brian's already got hotels and stuff.
No, I don't. I don't have a hotel, but I'll arrange one, even if I'm taking the train in or something again, like I did a couple years ago.
Yeah.
Consider me in for Dragon Con 2015 for this.
Scott?
I assumed when this happened that meant that Dragon Con was the place you were going to do it. I didn't even have to talk to you about it. Mm-hmm. And Kim leaned over. She goes, "We really need to go to that then." And I said, "Yeah, we probably should go." So here's my commitment.
Yeah.
I'm planning on coming to your wedding at Dragon Con 2015.
Woo! There we go.
Yeah. That probably means that you're all going to see me at that con for once, and maybe it'll be the start of many times. I don't know. Like I've always said on the show before, I don't really have a huge connection to that con, but to come and see you guys get hitched and see it happen live like that makes perfect sense to me. But don't all you Dragon Con people start coming up with conniving little ways to get me on every damn panel for 3 days. I'm not interested in that. I am more interested in seeing Justin get hitched than I am anything else in this scenario.
Here's what I'm saying. You come in, you do a morning stream the day of the wedding, right? You come in the night before. You do the morning stream in the morning. Wedding's going to be in the afternoon. Come to a little bit of our after party. You get the hell out the next day. You do 1 day at Dragon Con.
Well, I think I'd probably come for a little more, but.
Oh, now you're a big shot.
No.
Look at Mr. Big Shot.
I would come for more, but I would come for more as a fan and less of a dance monkey dance.
Put him on every panel, Nicole and Brian.
No,
every
don't.
single one of them.
Do not.
How to start a podcast 101.
No. Whatever the opposite is of what Justin's saying, that's what I'm saying is that. Don't do that. I'm not interested in that. I'm stoked for you. And of course we'd try to come to that thing. Are you kidding me? It's your wedding. It's your wedding. And who else is getting married at Dragon Con? Nobody I know.
Not a
so,
whole lot.
Boom. There you have it.
And before everybody sends me, because anybody we talked about it on the jury show and people sent it, and that on the Dragon Con website, it says that there are no weddings. However, what I believe they mean, because we've done a little bit of research into this, is that you can't just call Dragon Con and say, hey, I want to get married, set up my wedding room. Yeah. And then they sell you a room to do it.
Yeah, but they shouldn't have anything to do any more than they would say, hey, we want to tell you what you can do in Night Attack. They shouldn't be able to tell you what to do in that hour of the wedding either, right?
Well, and also there's this. This is the podcast track. And we are going to do me and Ashley are going to do a limited run podcast leading up to the wedding.
Right. Oh. That's your final episode, which is your big blowout.
And that's going to be our series finale.
Just happens to be a legally binding moment, but yeah. Makes
just
perfect
so
sense.
happens. I mean, it's a podcast about a wedding, Scott.
Right.
How you end it?
Right.
Someone's got to get married.
Right. Yeah, no. I mean, you can't have a podcast about fake fantasy-based sports teams without having a big final episode that involves a lot more than just the rest of it.
Game
right.
The end.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Right. So we the system's been hacked, everybody. Don't worry about it. We got this. It'll be fine.
Yeah. All good.
Well, Justin, it's always a pleasure and an honor to hang out, and we're super stoked for you. And I'm sorry your hair's so wet, but that'll take care of itself here in a few minutes. Anything you'd like to promote before we go?
We got jury on Saturday or Sunday with Ashley. We tell a little bit more detail on how much I lied to her, and some detail on the podcast and the wedding itself. Also, I did a Civil War letter from the front lines of Gamergate, which I thought was funny to me.
Wait a minute. Did you do it in the style of the Ken Burns documentary?
Did.
I'm all in. Where is this video? I need to see this.
Slow banjo in the background.
The first episode of Jury.
All right.
Called Engage.
I'm in.
And then Night Attack tonight. We have the lovely and talented Sarah Lane makes her return for Problem Solvers. So if you have a problem, go ahead and get it into us today. If you don't know where, that's makes two of us, because I don't know where to submit your problem either. But I'm sure if you follow me on Twitter, you'll figure it out. And so will I.
Yeah.
So that, and then of course the Weird Things Patreon. That's still churning and burning. Once we get to $1,000, we go every week, which will be good.
Yeah, that will be good. If you're a fan of that, go over there, check that out. It's let's see, patreon.com/weirdthings, right?
That's it.
Very nice. Justin Robert Young, soon to be Justin Ashley Robert Robinson Youngman.
Yeah, I'm sure that'll be an episode of the podcast. I think that she's not taking my name. I think she's just gonna still be Ashley Paramore. I'm still gonna be Justin Robert Young. But
yeah.
I'm cool with it, because I've always felt that with the name thing, you really are only obligated if it's a better name.
Yeah, I kind of agree.
Yeah, Paramore is a damn cool name.
Like like Young, I always felt like I was carrying a pretty rad name. Like I'd be able to make the play. It's like, listen, What are we? Some random thing. This is an adjective.
Marry me and you'll be young forever.
Yeah, Stan Wackowitz is a good trade to Young. I would trade to Young in a heartbeat. But Paramore's a hard call. Yeah.
Stan's daughter, Emily Wackowitz. I would demand that she take the last name Young. But
it's only right and good that she did. Well, good. Well, I'm excited for you, and can't wait to meet Justin Paramore when this is all over.
Boom.
Justin, stay out of trouble. We'll do this again next week. Stay frosty, all right? Bye. I don't know why I ended that so awkwardly. All right. Brian.
You heard it here first, folks.
Yeah.
Dragon Con.
I think I'm going to Dragon Con. Yeah, I mean, I'd do it for Justin.
I was on the fence before, and now the fence has collapsed under the weight of my big butt, so I'm definitely going to Dragon Con.
It makes sense to do it. Why not?
And we'll do something, right? Come on, we can say
You and
that.
I
Can
will.
we say that?
We'll do a TMS thing, but I'm not committing to anything else. Because it's one of the things I hate about these things is everybody wants me to go do 50, 100 things. And some people want to do that. I don't want to do that. I want to do that at Nerdtacular, and that's the only time I really want to do that.
They want you to do 50, 100 things like a math panel.
Yeah, like a math panel where 50, 100 is a term. Welcome to the 50, 100 panel with Scott, the mathematician, clearly.
Right.
All right, I want to make one mention of one thing before we go. Todd Whitehead, who runs alphageekradio.com and does our mobile stream for audio and does it for a lot of us in the FROGPANTS family and without, does really great work and makes it possible for these mobile streams. And one of the things he does is he travels around to things like Nerdtacular, DragonCon, BlizzCon, and others where a bunch of us usually are doing our live things. And he, goes through the cost and expense of broadcasting those from there. And he needs your help to make that possible. If that's something you enjoy, no matter what show it's coming from, this live instance that'll happen on this Saturday, or anything else. We're doing a live Current Geek on Friday, I guess. Those kinds of things will be there because Todd did it. And it's not cheap. He's got to travel. He's got to buy equipment. He's got to move that equipment around the country. He's got to fly every which way. So I want you to go to his GoFundMe at bit.ly/AG BlizzCon. This one's specifically for BlizzCon. bit.ly/AG BlizzCon. There is no capitalization in any of that.
Right.
I want to point that out. I freaking hate Bitly.
F you, Bitly.
Yeah, they suck.
F you in lowercase Bitly.
Yeah, and if you want to just search GoFundMe.com for Alpha Geek Radio, you'll find it right there. But definitely worth doing. It's a huge service he does and means a lot. So please go check that out and help Todd out. It's going to do it for us. There is a show tomorrow. It will involve both Nicole and Tom in various ways because that's what they do when they come guest on our show. And the usual round of weird Wednesday things. You can find us at frogpants.com/TMS. Email us themorningstream@gmail.com and on Twitter, morningstream Scott Johnson and Coverville. Brian, let's go out with a bang. What do you got for us?
I say it's a great idea. Plus, it's so silent all of a sudden. So we do need to do some music.
Yeah.
Abby wrote in, said, whoa, I'm halfway
Abby
there.
Wrote in. Whoa. Okay.
Wrote in.
Oh, got it.
I have to start this over now. Whoa, I'm halfway there. Whoa, oh. Living on a Prayer. Wow. Abby wanted that written or read in monotone. Hey, Scott and Brian. Today I'll make it halfway through my next big step in my gender transition thingy thing. Yeah, that's the proper term for it. I'm getting my face hair zapped out with lasers. On November 4th, I'm getting the 3rd treatment out of the 6 I need. It hurts so badly, kind of like I'm getting a tattoo on my whole face each session, and I smell like burnt hair for about 3 hours afterwards, but it's all worth it. I was hoping you could play a cover of Bon Jovi's Livin' on a Prayer song to celebrate this milestone. If nothing in your selection piques your interest, another appropriate song might be Destroy Them with Lasers by Knife Party featuring Scott Johnson.
Oh, anyway, yeah, I am in that. I forgot. Yeah.
What? Huh?
I'm in that song. I forgot I was in that song for about 5 seconds.
You are, yeah. Destroy them with lasers.
That's right.
Anyway, hope you guys have an awesome day. Love the show, though, Abby. And I remember Abby from Nerdtacular dressed as She-Hulk.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing job in the costume contest.
This is all true, and I'll play this for you so you kind of get a piece of both.
Destroy them with lasers.
There you go. There's a piece
of
it.
There we go.
Yep.
Now you're getting the best of both worlds. Yep. So Bon Jovi recorded "Living on a Prayer" way back in the mid to late 80s, 87, I want to say.
86, 87, yeah.
Yeah, then came back and redid it in 2003 for an album called This Left Feels Right. Actually did a new version of his own song. I call it a recover. This time he did it with Olivia d'Abo, of probably best known for Wonder Years as the older sister, also in Conan the Destroyer. What else was she in?
Whoa, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
That's
yeah,
a crazy resume right there.
That's right. It's quite two very different things, aren't they? And she's got a lovely voice. This is amazing and such a cool kind of transitional version of Living on a Prayer, like something completely different, transformational version. Here is Living on a Prayer by Bon Jovi with Olivia d'Abo from the 2003 album This Left Feels Right.
All right, we'll see you guys tomorrow for a brand new show. Take care.